Yo, what's up, everybody? My name's Lucky Pickle or something. Today we're playing the beginner's guide. So, the beginner's guide, what is this game? I don't even know, but I heard Pirate Software talking about it, which is like a YouTuber who has like a really good microphone or something, and I think that's what he's known for. I'm not really sure. He might have worked at Blizzard as well. He said to play the beginner's guide if you are new to content creation. Oh, what is all that stuff on me? Ew. Um, because it helps you understand content creation or something. I don't really know what he was talking
Hi there.
about.
Thank you very
Hi,
much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
thanks.
My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty
What
absurd
is
story,
that?
today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and
Right?
2011.
Fix that?
We're
It's
going to
fine.
look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met
Okay, so
Coda
we're
in
looking
early
at a blank screen
2009
and
at a
he's
time when I
narrating
was
what's happening.
really struggling with some personal stuff,
Okay,
and
he
his work
was
pointed me in a
struggling with
very
some
powerful
personal stuff.
direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So, just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk
Oh,
around
okay.
here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a
Do
3D
I still have
environment.
that?
But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract
Okay,
blobs
I'm just gonna
and
let it go.
impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and
What
instead
is
this level
this?
becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder,
What do you
what
mean by
was
that?
going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see
Interesting.
past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is.
Okay, so he
And
put
that's
these
exactly
blocks
what
in
we're
random
going to do
places
here.
because it shows that
So,
like
it's
a
2008.
human made it.
Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put
And it
them onto
looks
the
like
internet, he
Counter-Strike.
just
And he
makes
doesn't
them
release
and
any
then
of them?
immediately
Okay.
abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I
Interesting.
think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, this was just how he
I
worked.
can't even
He
get on this
tended to crank them
box.
out one after the other
Bad
without even
game.
really pausing to
I
try to
can't even do
understand what he had
parkour.
just made. Until suddenly one day,
Oh,
he just
there's
stopped.
a blue thing over there.
In
He
2011,
just
that
stopped?
was
Why
it.
would he
He
stop?
made
He
his
gave up
last
on his
game, and then
dreams?
he hasn't
My
made another
anime
one
mentors
since.
taught me to never give up on my
And
dreams.
that's
I would
why I've
never
taken
do
this
that.
opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like
Why
you
does
who
he
play
want
this
his
also
friend
happen
to
to find
start
his work
working again?
interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda.
I don't know, man.
So thanks
That's
for
kind of
joining
weird.
me on
Just let
this.
him do what
If
he
you
wants
have
to
a
do, in
particular
my opinion.
interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can
What
email
the
me
fuck?
at daveywreden@gmail.com.
Bro, I'm
Okay,
not
that's
about to
about
send
it
you
for
an email.
introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that
Maybe
it
I
was
will
completed.
send him an email.
This first one was made in November 2008.
This is like a narration story. Interesting. Okay. Whisper. Okay, he made this too, but he didn't finish. Okay, now I
This game is
understand
called
why he wants
Escape
him to
from
start
Whisper,
making again.
and
Because
it's one
like
of the more
these are
generic
actually kind of
games
good.
you'll see from Coda.
These are actually kind of good. So like, why did he give up on his dreams type shit? You know, like that's kind of fucked up, man. My opinion. Oh, you can shoot with the E button. Wait, I'm out of bullets. It's a bad game. Bad game. Bad game. How do I reload? Where's the reload button? There is no reload button. What the fuck is this? No, I can't shoot my gun. All right, who cares about the gun? This is an experience.
Hostile alien life forms inbound.
Okay, it kind of seems like
It
Coda.
kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
Yeah, it
For
does.
instance,
It
you
kind of
have this
seems
gun, which
like
you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or
Yeah,
enemies
right?
somewhere. But then clearly
it
there are
kind
no
of seems like
enemies
Coda
anywhere.
was just
You can't even reload
just
the gun
going
when you
hog
run out of
wild,
bullets.
you know? He wasn't
But
really doing it
ultimately,
for
we don't
anyone
really
else.
know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I
Yeah,
think that we should
exactly.
talk about his games
What if
for
he
what they
what if he
are,
thought it was
rather
complete
than
the
for
way it
what
is?
they're not.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Whatever your name is.
Begin shooting activation.
Whatever your name is, that is a good point. Maybe I should like think about how my voice sounds and like actually
I love how you
control
can see
my
the
voice.
bottom of the universe from this room.
Whoa, that is kind of cool. I don't like it, but I love it. But I don't like it at all. It kind of reminds me of a Roblox game. This is literally a Roblox game. This is literally a Roblox game. What is over here? There's nothing over there. All right, let's check over here. Okay. All right, there's nothing over here. Okay. Okay. All right, now I'm in a maze. Are you serious right now, bro?
Apparently,
Bro,
the
your
space
game is too
station has a
confusing
labyrinth
to.
on it. I
Oh hell no! All right.
sure, I don't know.
You want to know an
There's
easy
really
way
no
to solve the
reason for it that
maze?
I've ever been able to
You just
discern,
go on
so
the
in interest
you
of
you
time,
just
I'm
hug
just
the
gonna
right
skip you
wall.
all past it.
Hug the right wall. Oh, what? He just teleported me out of the maze? Okay, sure. Why not?
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about
If
the
you hug the
whisper
wall of a
and how it has
maze,
to be
you
turned
will
off,
eventually get to
and
the
then you
end.
get to the
The
engine
right
room.
wall. The more you know.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat
The
signature.
whisper
If
machine?
you-
How did he even get a
you
hold of
alone
all
can
this
stop
stuff?
the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
What? What? Did I just kill myself?
Let me pause here for a second.
Whoops.
What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level.
Okay.
But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what
Okay.
happens instead.
So there's a bug in his code. So I need to kill myself. Why don't I just throw my gun in? I'm confused. No. No. I'm ascending to
The
godhood.
beam causes you to start floating.
Oh my god.
And this is an important moment for
I
him.
see everything.
Because yes, this is technically a glitch.
I see the whole
but
universe.
Coda identifies something human about it.
I see the
Like
end
how
of the
small
universe.
it makes you feel in the face of this
I
larger
see all the
chaotic
rooms.
system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria
I
that
see
you've
it
just had
all.
to traverse. I don't even know.
I
I have
am
no idea what he
the
was thinking,
universe.
but what's clear is that
Oh
after
my
making
God.
this, something lodges itself in his brain.
Yeah, okay.
He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he starts work on this.
so
and
basically
moves
he
on
made
to
a
stream of
glitch
tiny little games that go in all sorts
that
of
made him
directions.
fly in the air.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
So how do you even get through that maze? Okay. The past was behind her.
Yep. In
I
this
can
game,
only
you
walk
can only
backwards?
walk backwards.
What? Okay, well, there's definitely a reason this guy never released these games because he. Okay, so with the person who invented this game that I'm playing right now doesn't realize about the person Coda, is that these games would never sell. Okay, it's a wonderful piece of art. Don't get me wrong, but there is money to be made. There is TikToks to be clipped. How are you going to clip this? Like, where's the content here? You know that there is a the commercialism of the world is disgusting, and you know you're gonna work on art and it's not gonna be found, and you know that's my opinion right there. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
So it's a short and relatively
the future
minimalist
could not be
experiment
seen.
combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but
Whoa.
actually it seems to be more
That's
focused,
that's
more
huge.
complete.
The
Coda's
past was
trying to give it
behind
a
her, but the
unique
future
voice rather than simply
could not be
basing it
seen.
on a pre-existing trope.
Why does the future keep changing? The past was behind her, but the future could not be seen. Bro, I'm going on a trip right now. Alright, I'm ready. When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. Okay, I understand. Okay. Well, it's a wonderful piece of art, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure, like I said. The only problem is, how is he gonna sell this? But if the future is always behind her, and that's why I think he stopped working on it. Because I'm trying to answer the question, why did Coda stop working on these games? It's obviously because there's wonderful piece of art, but art does not pay the bills, bro. Like, we live in a society. Why so serious? Why so serious? How will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than
Let me
that.
scratch my nose.
Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick.
Because
Okay,
it gets out
next
quick.
one.
Okay. November 2008. Okay, I can walk forward now. Oh my god. You are now entering. This is cool. I kind of like this. It's like you can't see much in front of you. It kind of seems like he was testing out many types of games instead of like full raw dogging a game like.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just
Whoa, what
yet.
the fuck?
Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Bro. What was that?
Oftentimes, Coda would put
Nonsense in
bizarre titles like
nearly
this one at the
every
start of his
direction.
games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
I totally agree with that, though. It means it's complete. Nonsense in every direction. And
once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl,
you get
the door
slower
at the top
and
of the stairs
slower
opens.
and
So
slower.
why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all?
Oh, hell
Well,
no.
to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay, so. Oh, hell no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm trying to understand. This game is nothing but giant blocks of
A
text
room that's
explaining what's
warm
happening.
And nice and filled with
You
little
walk
ideas
around
for
talking to
games.
people, pursuing their dreams. Oh! These are ideas for games.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person. But that
I
it
am a
takes
vibrant and
time to really
compassionate
see that.
person.
It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Fuck everyone else. No, to be honest, like, you know, I try to put up my energy for YouTube, but when I'm like out in the real world, I have crazy social anxiety, and I'm like trying to talk to people, and it's like, so basically type shit, and I talk less, but sometimes I do talk, when I like a person, but usually I don't like people, so I really don't like people. They really scare me. I don't trust humans. Known fact about me. I don't even like to be touched. My friends did an experiment on me one time where they were like, "Yo, you don't like to be touched, huh?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? I like to be touched." And then they like touched me, and I like visibly like got uncomfortable, and like I even felt my anxiety spiking like just by being touched on the shoulder. And after that day I was like, I've actually noticed this my entire life, my entire childhood, that I didn't like
Well,
to be
this
touched.
is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead
What?
and see if you
Puzzle?
can solve it.
Yeah, so there's some trauma dumping for you guys. Okay, this is not a puzzle. This is a dark room. Bro. No way, bro, just call this a puzzle. What?
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to
I
see
knew
this
it.
puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
What?
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay, I'm gonna press enter. Boom. What? What?
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of
This
knowing.
guy's a
I
madman.
actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea.
This guy's
So, in the
insane.
Stairs game,
Lock him
a
up.
dull exterior concealed a rich interior, and then
Lock
in this
him
one,
up.
A dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same.
Bro,
is that
what?
most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So
Okay.
if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
If your role here is not to understand, then what is it? That's a good point. That's a good question. You are now exiting.
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It
Okay,
could
his
even
games are
be
connected.
that
Oh.
The Stairs game and
Oh.
the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that
Okay.
we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
The Great and Lovely Descent. The Great and Lovely Descent into Madness. This guy's losing it.
Let's talk about video game development.
Let's fix that. Man, what the hell, man?
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
That makes sense.
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing.
Okay. So it's like a house. So we're looking at a house here. And then there's a little basement. Oh, can I fall off? Let's see. Oh, no. So this is like his mom's basement, I'm guessing. Bro, I kind of want to make games now. Oh my god, this is cool. I've done lots of 3D animation in my life, and it's very similar to this. Like these insane rooms and labyrinths and fucking like just pure insanity, right? I've been through what this guy's going through. I have tons of 3D animation projects I could show you guys that are just like insane, unfinished. Like I don't know. I remember the last one I was working on was probably more than a year ago. And it was like this purple forest with an astronaut and a spider alien, and the trees were white with purple leaves, right? And there was white spiders hiding in the forest. Okay. Oh fuck, I'm in jail. Why am I in jail? No. Oh, don't put me in jail. No, I'm locked
This
up.
prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that. This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible?
Yeah,
And
that's
so we
actually
just
like
got
kind
into
of
heated arguments
crazy.
over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Okay, so him and Coda are like video game developers arguing about video game development. They're good friends, and now it makes more sense why he wants Coda to motherfucking make games again, because, you know, he was like making games as well. That's enough. Okay, so now we're walking into this room. This room seems pretty chill. I don't mind this room. You know, I don't mind this room at all.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Okay. So this guy is kind of giving us like a cheat code down this guy's brain. This is like his mind, right? And video games can just do this. I mean, if you're a video game developer, I guess you can do this. But it's pretty crazy that
There's still no clear
someone would
indication
put
of
so
what
much
makes
work
this
into
puzzle
something
so
and
special
never
that
show it to
Coda
the
is going
world.
to return to it over and over.
But it also
I
makes
promise
sense.
I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Well, I think I see the interpretation, right? That there's some doors you can go through and you can't come back out, but they may open another door. Wait, I don't know, honestly. Jeez, this game is like art. This is not even a game. Listen. You there? Did you come up
Here,
from above?
Coda
What
begins
was it?
using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities.
Yes, there was a world
Use the
stamped
1,
with
2, 3
whiteness.
buttons on your
Yes,
keyboard
there
to
was
respond.
an enormous prison I spent hours. Yes, there was these colored blocks. I'm gonna do the number 1. Let's see what happens. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. That you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches. What the segment? Oh, you can't even see. Yes, I did. That was literally the thing I did before coming here. Yeah, I'll hit it with a 1. Again, perfect. Now tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Okay. I don't remember how I solved it. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. But I did solve it. Okay, whatever. I'll hit the 1. I remember how I solved it. What the fuck? You must think harder. It is so important that we get out of here. We must escape this prison. Can you think harder? Please. Tell us how to reach the end. Alright. Okay, so these people are in a prison. They can't figure out how to get the fuck out of this prison. Goofy ass prisoners. I just walked through this shit easily. Okay, there's more. These are different ones. Oh, this game is so trippy with the music. How did you get here? Was there a puzzle or? Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No. We actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Yeah, Okay, weird. Weird. Why would I care about the space between the black doors? Actually, now that you mention it, I did feel strange. Yeah, okay. Don't think too hard about it. What? You'll see it again soon. So the other people told me to think harder, and these people told me not to think hard. Okay.
And so we make one last descent.
No,
down to the
this is
final
gonna drive
floor
me
of the
insane. This must be an insane ladder, right? Oh no, it's not. Tengen Toppa Gurren. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann Spirals. Watch Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, guys. It's a great anime. My favorite. My second favorite anime, or my favorite. Okay, my favorite animes, Dragon Ball and Gurren Lagann. But Gurren Lagann is really short.
Why, but for some reason,
I would have to say
fixates
Dragon
on this
Ball,
lamppost.
but Gurren Lagann is
It's going to
definitely
appear
up there.
at the end of
Definitely
every single one of his
tied.
games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think.
Maybe Dragon Ball's a little better.
I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose.
Yeah, so
and
the
maybe you can
black
only
room
float
has
around
to
in that headspace for so
be
long. 'Cause
abstract.
now he wants something to
Hicity.
hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
Okay.
He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them.
Okay, so
And as we go,
he was doing a
that
bunch of
idea will get
abstract
clearer and
things.
clearer and clearer.
He was doing a bunch of abstract things, and he didn't really know what he was doing. And he's like, what am I doing? And then at some point he's like, okay, I'm gonna make this like make sense. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by the other players. Okay. I don't see any notes. How do I leave a note? Nice room. Not. How do I leave a note? Man. Whatever.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce
How do
this,
you
but
beat
this
this
game
game?
is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're
No
going to see
point to
have been
this.
written by Coda. This was actually the
What?
first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away
Okay.
I was like, I have to be friends with this.
Okay, so let me get this
person.
straight.
I was over
This
enthusiastic,
guy made a
but
game.
he was very
Said
gracious
this game is
about it
connected
and
to the
very
internet,
patient with me.
and there's a bunch of hate comments
And I
that he
pulled
wrote
off
to
eventually.
himself. Weird. He wrote himself a bunch of hate comments. Whoa, holy shit. Can you guys hear me? This guy is like I don't know what to, like,
Oh,
The
feel
mind
free to
is a
skip over
crazy
any of
thing,
these
right?
notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
reasonable. I
Either
want to
way,
read it.
To me, they
All of
convey
them.
a sense of loneliness.
Hey.
I see this person who's
place makes me
filled with
sad.
thoughts and feelings and beliefs
Wants to-
and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I'm king of the world. Whee!
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often
How is
felt,
this wooden grass?
that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. I
Burshot.
have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game
You feel like a
and
hero
see
yet?
the
No,
voices in
not
their
yet.
head and get to know them better and have to do less of the
In a world
messy
full of notes,
in-person
one man will
socializing.
read them all.
I could just get
This
to know
summer.
you through your work.
You will believe blue speech.
I think this is why I always liked
Why?
Coda's games so much. Is
Yeah, I
because
can
it
tell
felt
you.
like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And
I'd
then
rather
I
be
feel
doing
less lonely
anything
too.
to play it. Okay. Cool cavern, bro. What? What the fuck? I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing I do will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again, if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I am now crying and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must go do that now. Bro. I don't need to read all of these, but... What the shit is this cavern? Boring. I can show you that there's a guaranteed acorn in this, and the sailors are looking for it. Okay. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. I can't even go down there. I refuse to believe. Butt ass butt. I need to go to the freaking bathroom. Recognize me, please. Dude, this does sound like comments. There's nothing here. Do not listen to that guy. This does sound like comments. How do you open door? Makes game includes door. Can I open door? Thanks. Facts. Someday I will meet the person who made this. I help people because of the internal feeling, the good internal good feeling I get. Wow, me too. Okay, all right. I'm not reading anymore. Okay, I'll read a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna ignore these. I think I'm satisfied with reading the comments. So basically, this is like it's like a you know, it's like a message on the internet, or what do you call that? A message, or like you know what I mean, like you know, it's like an art piece on the internet. Like you can make all these things, and like it means things to you, but it's like you release it to the internet, there's gonna be all these weird ass comments. Who are all of you exactly? Real shit. We will all die someday. Stop pretending you are other people. Spoilers, it doesn't mean anything. Dude, I've literally made something like this. Cabbage shapes our nation. I think it's about how things look messy from up close and perfect from far away. Help, I'm trying to speak. It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck. Devil Tower Star, okay. Interesting. Wait, Devil Tower Star? Maybe I'll feel real someday. He was himself the most horrible creature he could imagine. Wow. That's real. Real shit. His terrible secret, he kept it well. I beat the game. No, you didn't. Shut up.
At the end of this level,
bro,
we're going to
do you
see
see
the
how I'm
puzzle.
getting angry
And here, I'll tell you
at
what I
comments
think
that
the
aren't
puzzle
real?
means.
Like, that's crazy.
Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the
that makes
puzzle
sense.
is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle. that he knows has a reliable solution. He understands exactly how it works.
OMG, I've literally been here for an hour. What do I do? Yeah, I've literally been here for an hour
And
too.
because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you
Space
move on,
between
you get to
spaces.
pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces
Guys, it's
together.
not so bad in
To
here.
grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
It's an interesting venture through a person's mind, being narrated by someone who knew him closely. It's a wonderful piece of art, if anything. How do you leave notes? I don't know, you tell me. What did that sound? Yeah, how do you leave notes? That's my question. Oh, hell nah. Are you there? Please say something. I just need you to talk to me. Speak, speak, speak. Oh, hell no. What is this? Okay, so the typing porn stars died
Okay,
too?
this one is tough.
That's not true.
It's gonna kind of just
Porn
spin
stars
its
are
own wheels
immortal.
for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Fascinating. Yeah, I like the music here. Not sure if Coda made it or if it was added after. Very, very electrifying. Very electrifying music, if I do say so myself. All right,
like,
so
this
now
is
we're in a
The
well.
whole game. And there's nothing
We're
that's
at the bottom of
particularly
a well.
interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway.
Get me out of
Except, for some
here!
reason, Coda gets
Alright,
really
tell me.
fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
A prison? Is a house a prison? What furniture ought to go in the center room? Put a giant hole in the ground or a TV with surround sound. I want a giant hole in the ground. What the fuck? He's not even listening. Okay. I'd really like a picture of a horse. Bro. Alright. No, fuck this guy. He's not. You see, why even ask me these questions? Tesla coils. We want Tesla coils. I guess that could be a Tesla coil. No, not really. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? Cables were invented in 1935? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making a difference. Yup. Oh no.
There's a bit more to this one, but still
What?
it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Yeah, exactly. I do understand that.
So okay, he throws it out and starts over.
I love
This time
art.
He comes at the
This
prison
is
idea
great.
from a different
I
direction.
love this. I really like this, by the way. Guys, if you know more games like this, please drop them in the comments. Please, this is really cool. First, click on this table. Good. Go over to photo frame and click it to turn it slightly. Okay. Now turn the floor lamp off, then turn it back on. Okay, interesting. So he puts us in a room where we have no control, and then he puts us in a room where we have control. But we don't really have control because he's telling us what to do. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now be open. Return to the start. In a real prison, the escape will now be open. What? So he takes us into a place where we have no control, and then to a place where we have control. And it's like the contrast between those two. Okay. Return. Let's go back to the prison. What?
And
Is
of
this the
course,
prison?
now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Now that's okay.
Here's a version where
Cool.
there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me
Oh,
just
that's
blink you
cool.
real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like,
Yeah,
at what
it's
point do you just
interesting.
go,
Yeah, he is
maybe there are
unraveling.
game ideas other than this prison that I could be working.
He's absolutely
But
unraveling.
Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of
He doesn't
defense
have that
against
voice.
yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going
Yup.
and going and going and going, and then he hits on something.
That's
he
kind
likes
of what my YouTube
And that's
channel
it.
is like.
He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
So he sees. It's an interesting idea, right? He sees all of these things like prisons. He sees his world like a prison. All of his games, like he lives in a prison or something, right? And it's interesting because if you are in game development, like you see all the walls, so you might think it's a prison, or at least that's my take. All right, there's a phone here. Okay, I'm not looking at the phone. Hello, who is this? I don't know. Here, what? No. Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. Oh. You're me? Maybe. Who's asking? Yep, I was in the furniture maze.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind.
He wants
and
to talk
get
to
some
someone.
good
That's where
advice
I am
from
right now.
someone who knows. But
Well,
the
I'm so
irony is
glad to know
even
that
in
I
this
get out
scenario,
eventually.
you're still
What's it like to
talking
escape?
yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Yeah, true. He is just talking to himself. It's strange, but in a way, I kind of miss being in the prison. No. I'm actually forgetting what being in the prison was like. I'll do number 3. You feel any different? Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly the same as before. That's philosophy right there. Now I'm really the same person as I was back then. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all. Okay. Bah humbug. I don't feel like the same person at all. It's facts. Yeah. Oh, good. That's nice to hear. Do we want to change as people? That makes me really happy. Age just kind of does that, you know. I'm still me, but I'm not somehow. Remember to enjoy being who you are right now. It won't last. That's a good point. I'm gonna do number 3. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I didn't get a call. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can confine you. What do I have to do? Oh, that's a good point. Okay. To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. To get out, you have to tell me how you feel right now. To get out, just talk with me for a bit. To get out, just talk with me for a bit. Okay. Is that really how you escape prison? I don't know. I've never been to prison. Well, that will free me. How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Okay, sure. Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I'll be here as long as you need.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Should I leave my person here? Because the chat is on the left, yeah, maybe I'll just leave it here.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
No. Okay, there's like wine or oil spilled right here. Clean. My goodness, I'm glad as heck y'all showed up. Thought I might have to clean this house all by myself, and right, that would have been miserable. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
Art is a step up from previous games, including
everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes. Facts. Don't worry about me.
He begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Don't worry about me. Okay. Are we cleaning this whole place? That's the story, little one. Okay, also the text is in the middle now. So what the Sigma? Okay, how dirty is this place? This place is not even dirty. Please clear the table? Okay. That's the only dirty thing here. Are you sure this guy's not just lazy? I'm just kidding. Okay, there's pillows on the floor there. I can't clean. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, that's the table. That's what he meant. Oh, of course. Much nicer. Now, would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Okay, I gotta go make the bed now. Where's the bedroom? This it? I don't know. Oh, there's the bed. I got you, man. I got you, bro. This guy is like a pro Roblox video game developer. Much nicer. While you're here, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? All the details matter. What rug? Oh. Bro. Now the text is on. I mean, I'm not really upset. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? How would you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen the house this messy. You enjoy being a house cleaner? Well, I don't enjoy it as much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel kind of calm that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed any other way, it seems. Which I guess it is about all that matters. Oh, what a tidy couch. Could you straighten up the pillows? Oh dear, looks like someone spilled a drink. Got you. I feel compared to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. Are you okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Dot 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 dot. That was cheesy. No. Oh hell no. Kick in the face. Boom. Roundhouse kick. Roundhouse kick. Boom. Boom. No, it was stupid. Never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed, bro. Roundhouse kick. Boom. Last I checked, the tub needed a cleaning. Got you. Oh, hell no. No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Okay, interesting. Are there still books scattered around the floor of the bedroom? Let me see. Got you. Looks like he's working on something. This guy makes like these houses that are really
After the
nice.
intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit
House
and
cleaning is
digest
so
inside
difficult.
of you, and eventually
these chores ever
cohere
end?
into something meaningful.
Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you absolutely got to own it, otherwise it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at
I know that
hand
Coda really
and leave
liked
the
this
future
game.
chores to you?
Of all of his work, actually, this was
Present
the only one that he called me up
You
to ask
wants
me
to
to come
smooth
over and look
out
at
the
it.
rug in the
This was during
bedroom,
a
believe
period
it
of
or
a few
not.
months where he was like
Trust me on this one.
grossly happy all the time.
Present
Just
you
walked
wants-
around with a constant smile on his face.
Wait, what? Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom, believe it or not. Wow. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you? Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom. Looks like the tub has gotten dirty. Bro, this is like what my life is like. Not gonna lie. Would you mind tidying up a bit? Earlier when I said it had to be really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. Wow, this game is beautiful, man. I'm crying, bro. Man, fuck this game, man. Man, fuck this game, man. I get it, man. That's a weird thing for someone to say to someone you just met. You're right. That is pretty cheesy, but there's a bit of truth in that. No? Yeah, damn right, man. There's a bit of truth in that, man. Take care, clean. If you're watching this video, go clean your room right now, man. Anyway, so housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books, could you please clean the books? Thanks. If you're watching this video right now, go clean your room right now, man. Go clean your room right now, man. Do it. Go clean your room.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he
Those
found some
pillows
peace.
on the couch are a real mess. Would you straighten up? Would you go straighten them up? Question.
But, of
Do you
course,
enjoy
it
this?
can't last.
Not
The
really.
music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
That's so philosophical. So basically, man, you guys get it. I don't need to explain that shit.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move.
True.
I really thought that was the point of it.
Is that a glitch? Okay, no, next game. Items you love at
This one
member-only
gets a bit
prices.
goofy.
Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? I'm in college right now, guys. This is what college looks like, kind of. Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect? Ah! Hannah. I didn't. That's not what I came. This workshop is gonna teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you. Wow, this is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your life? I think that way about every other YouTuber. Who do you know who is well developed as a person? They make you feel disgusted with yourself. Compared to whom? Okay, it's PewDiePie. Okay, I'll just say it. Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful, I intend to make you that person. Perfection is within your grasp, and the question is not how to do it, but how do we do it effortlessly? This is easy. It is so easy.
About
it is so
halfway
easy.
through the game,
Being
perspective shifts.
perfect is effortless. Okay. What the fuck? Okay.
And you play as the teacher.
On the way to work,
Suddenly,
I
you
told an
discover that your
elderly
teacher is
person
just as
to
bigoted
start
and afraid as you
contributing
are. Oh, and also you
society.
can move around
Kids
the
should not
classroom.
follow their dreams. This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? What? My teacher is as bigoted as I am? Holy fuck, I didn't even realize that. It's kind of true though. I still love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Wow, this guy's insane. Well, let me tell you right now, it isn't effortless. Then it's not the right answer. I'm gonna hit number 2. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as wise and intelligent. Wow. That's crazy. This is what my teachers are like. Wow, art is a crazy thing, dude. Art is a crazy thing. Seek out only one thing, the simplest path forward. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Real shit. That's what my teachers told me. I think my teacher told me that the other day. Haha, just kidding. And you want to do some ecstasy after this? Bro, what the fuck? That's literally what my teachers are like. What school do you go to, Lucky Pickle? Nah, bro, I'm serious, bro. One time, bro, I shouldn't even be saying this. One time I don't even know, bro. What if I'm not a good teacher? Do what is easiest, do what is simplest. Feel what is true. Holy shit, guys, there's something coming out of the back room. Look out. What if I'm not a good teacher, I think I should say. Now, let's see. Holy shit, guys. There's something coming out of the back room. Nothing, no one. It's coming to destroy you. Everyone run!
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences
Perfection.
that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
Oh!
I think about
It's
this game a lot.
okay.
these days.
Okay. So it's the fact that you're a student,
This
right?
one took a lot longer than all the
Most
others
people
for
are
Coda to make.
students,
It was 4 months
and they
between
look at
this
their
and the
teachers
last
and they're
one.
like, "Oh my
That's
God, my
twice as
teacher
long
is
as
so
it took them to
perfect.
make
I wish I
any
was
other
like
game
my
before
teacher."
this. And it's not
But
like
no,
it's
you're not. You're not.
particularly
You're not
complex.
like your teacher.
So
You're
I
not. You're
remember
not.
I found
You're
that a
cooked.
little strange at the time.
I mean, your teachers are not even perfect. Your teachers are just like you. They're not perfect human beings. They're not perfect. Your teachers are not perfect. They're not perfect human beings. They're just as bigoted as you. They're just as stupid as you. They're just as smelly as you. Fuck your teachers. Don't go to school. I mean, I'm just kidding. No, do go to school, but just don't idolize your teachers as much as we do in our society, because our teachers are not perfect and they're just humans as well. And humans are not perfect because there's no such thing as a perfect human, because if there was, then he'd probably start a religion. And now there's a state. Oh, I like this. Okay, I'm just gonna go in. Dude, I had a dream just like this. Can I tell you guys about my dream? I had a dream where I was on a stage and there was an audience. And then I say to the audience, there was a little kid on the stage with me, pause. And I said, this kid is made of flesh and blood, not a ticking clock. And then I saw, I was like the perspective of his blood cells, like flowing through his veins. And I saw a bunch of blood cells. All right, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are gathering a professionals. First, you will start by leaning against this wall. Right, stay there. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. Okay. This is your one chance to learn something from him, to gain something from him. Oh my god, I've been in this situation before. I literally met Dan Clancy the other day, and this is how I felt. I was like, it's my dream to be a Twitch streamer, so I should go say hi to Dan Clancy, right? Okay, let's see what does this piece of art have to tell me about Dan Clancy. All right. Where's the bathroom? I actually do have to be wise. That's happy, focused, successful. That's Dan Clancy to me. That is Dan Clancy to me. Okay, let's see. To me, Dan Clancy is wise, successful, focused, and happy. But let's see what Dan Clancy really is. Let's rip off that mask. Who's behind him? Hello. What's behind the mask? Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. That's what Dan Clancy said to me. No, I'm just kidding. You actually need to converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. See? Here are all my hopes and dreams. And this is what he responds with. No, I'm just kidding. I don't, you know? No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're missing the tone of the conversation. I was reversed, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just in that moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. Exactly. That's exactly. Bro, this is like what? I'll give you some props to work with. These cones are bouncy, and they represent the people nearby. Now go talk to her. Real shit. This is... I like that it's musical. There were a lot of people around me and Dan Clancy. Yeah, I'll stop bringing up him. Now talk to her again. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I'll bet you learned to be in pain. You must have worked really hard to get to where you are. That's how I feel. You're messing it all up again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quick. Wow. I'll never get an opportunity like this. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. To the lamp post. Look at the rainbow lights. What? Wait, am I in jail now, or does that mean that the stage was the jail? I think it's up to interpretation, right? Well, if the lamp is on the outside, then that means I'm not in the jail. So what if TwitchCon was jail and Dan Clancy is the warden? Bro. No, that makes sense. What if Twitch is jail and Dan Clancy is the warden of the jail?
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect.
I feel like I'm understanding a little bit.
To bring him closer.
Not sure if I'm not sure if what I said was accurate.
After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Okay. Mobius trip. Play this game, but keep your eyes closed. Help! I can't see anything. Help! I'm blind. There was a giant door, but then my vision went black. Please, someone tell me how to solve this. We are going to crash, aren't we? So all these people are blind. Oh no. Okay, I have to solve this somehow. What
You
is
should
that
probably
thing
open
coming
your
at me?
eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Oh, there is a solution. Oh, it's the lamp. Truth. The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. Okay? I can't keep making these. Oh my god.
Like
It's
I said, I
draining
was
me.
getting concerned. First off, he's never been this
Keep
explicit
going,
in his
keep
work about
talking.
exactly what he's thinking. So, where's that coming from? But then, even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more
Oh my
distant
god.
than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind
Yes.
of thing.
Yep. I know those
Here
people.
was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I thought it was going to be easy. I thought it was going to be easier. You're doing it. It's working. The truth. I'm alone. I'm alone. I can't keep making these videos.
His games are going to get more
I'm out of
desperate from here on out.
ideas.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before
It's
he
not an
finishes
outlet
something new.
anymore. It's just work now. He's speaking to my soul. It's no longer a creative outlet. It's just work. It's just work. What is this? A Zen bonsai tree. Where did this island come from? And now the music is even more trippy. Wow. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to someone. Is it the tree talking to me? The tree's talking to me, right? I'm completely out of ideas. I have nothing left to give my work. Yes. That's why I'm doing this. Yes. Oh no. What happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. Yeah, that's how I feel. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. You have to take me to it.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my
Okay.
shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting
Okay.
signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What is it for?
Why? What is it for? Yes, 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 yes. If you can solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? It doesn't matter what I say. We're going to end up there one way or another, right? I hit number 3 and then they said deal. We. Come
'Cause
along, I'll show
From
it
my
to you.
perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his
Okay.
own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not
Here's the
releasing them
puzzle.
onto
What do
the
you think?
internet. And so
Hey, I
he
recognize
didn't
this.
have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Oh, wonderful. Can you tell me how to do it? First, you have to open the door. Okay. Now you have to close the door. Okay. Now press the switch here. Yay!
You
That was
can't
so simple. I
talk
can't believe I never
yourself
solved
out
it
of
before.
loneliness. It doesn't work that way.
You can't
You
talk
can't
yourself
be
out of
the
loneliness.
one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement.
You
Then
can't
there's
be
no
the-
circulation. If all of your anxieties are
Oh,
being
no.
channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
I have nothing left to give my work. Where did this island come from? What is this? You have to talk me to it. You have to take me to it. Yeah, I recognize this. There was a machine that kept going and it stopped. Okay, these are all the questions I answered. This is all my responses. Okay, we are here. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. Trust me, you'll see it. And now there's someone crying. You have to say your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you will love it 100% of the time. Sure, making games is easy. What? Oh, that feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. Okay. When I make games, I feel completely energized. I am constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work. It is easy. It never stops being easy. Sure. Okay. Yes,
Seeing
there
this
was
game
a
at the time
world
that he made
stamp
it
with
looked
whiteness.
really
Press the switch
unhealthy
here.
to me. I was watching him do this
I get
to
it.
himself,
That's a
and I
weird
hated it.
thing to
I
say
hated
to
seeing
someone
him
you
so
just met.
trapped. It's like
Hey, it's me. I'm you after you
video
escape from
games
prison.
are not worth this amount of suffering.
Art is. You see, this guy's not a real artist. See, this guy's not a real artist. I can just tell. You have to open the door. Yes, there was. There's no machine here. Don't worry about me. A place this nice. I'll be glad to stay here all night. Okay, I'm not gonna read all this. Okay, keep going. It's wonderful. Every time I make something, I feel better about myself. Yeah, sure. Every time I make something, I feel better
This is
about
someone
myself.
I really cared about, and I used to get so much joy.
He's
out of seeing
crying.
him
This is
create.
horrible.
For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this.
Perfect.
it was
That
the
feels
worst thing
fantastic.
for me.
I'm going to vomit. None of this is helping. Patience, you have to try. I promise this will work. I don't think so. I'm crying. Pain breezes off me. Any sacrifices made for my work are 100% worth it. More. Keep going.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
There is no shame, no fear, no guilt. I will be saved by my work. There is no shame, there is no fear, there is no guilt. Incredible. That's it. I'm free. I'm free. And there's someone
But it
crying in
didn't
their
stop.
room.
After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
That was terrifying. The machine. Okay. That was horrible. Guard. Glad to see you arrive safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you want. I intend to be quick. Sure. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing. That you know it calls itself Coda. Machine. What the machine? What is the machine? Where is the machine? Ah! Machine.
And of course,
The
it's the
machine.
machine.
You stopped. It's all rusty. Your work was keeping us alive. Fuck you, machine. Bow. 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 Roundhouse kick. Roundhouse kick. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you put them through? It was only because of your creations. How could you possibly go back to trusting what you do to this job? Yeah, look at the pain you put everyone through by not doing your work. You have to admit to the people that you allowed them to suffer. Go tell them. You goddamn garbage machine. You trash can! You trash can! You trash can! I have seen the thing you fear. Think carefully, I know how to hurt you. The machine. The machine. Alright then, I will speak to them for you. Why is this machine not pumping out ideas anymore? Alright, I have to speak to the press for the machine. What's up, press? My followers. My subscribers. It falls on me to deliver the bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. This is like every YouTuber apology ever. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Yep. Let us pay it retribution. On God. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. We will destroy the machine and everything that it has created. Let's go delete all my videos right now. What? Hey. This is so weird. I just had a dream like this. What? A gun? Alright, who am I killing? What? This feels wrong. Coda, I'll make sure your work dies here. Yep. Die. Die. All my YouTube videos. Die. Destroy all my YouTube videos.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played
So
this
now
game,
the work
shortly
is
after
becoming
here's what I'm
self-destructive.
thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head. and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people to get some actual feedback.
Yeah,
on
I
his
don't think
games.
so.
It might get him out of isolation.
Maybe.
And
I don't think it's so
as
simple.
I'm thinking this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate it.
Yeah, he
'Cause It would
could.
never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback.
Kinda
so
look like
what if
Counter-Strike
I did it
guns.
for it? If
All
he could
these
see the
typing
difference it would
people.
make to have more actual conversations with other human beings,
Now his work
would
is
that bring
becoming
him out of his mental spiral?
self-destructive.
Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
But I feel like he's opening. Ah!
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison
So he
escape
started showing.
I brought them to people that I knew and trusted.
Bro.
I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all is just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. So they loved his work. He showed his work to other people and they liked it. So this is a collection of Coda's games. Put down your weapon. The machine is talking. No, I'm about to kill you. Fuck
Can you
you.
see why I felt like this was the right thing to do?
Because it's the thing that I
Oh
always
my
feel
God.
like I need. To be told that my work is good.
Oh
that
my
I am
God.
good.
What the
when someone really
fuck?
connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves
It's
purely
like
in
he's
my
killing
work,
himself.
there's nothing that feels better.
That's what it is.
I
It's a
got to
metaphor
give that
for him
very
killing
same feeling
himself.
to my friend. I did something. I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend
He thought
who was
that
in
he was a
trouble
good person.
and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could.
Because the
fix
machine is
problem.
obviously a metaphor for his heart
They
and
told
his
me how much
and
they
his
enjoyed
ideas,
games.
right?
It was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so.
He's
happy,
killing himself.
so
slowly.
beautifully happy.
Does the machine ever explode? Put down your weapon.
So
No.
anyway, Coda
No.
finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
Okay.
So this is
Thought he was gonna
June of
say something else.
2011, and I didn't hear
Oh my
anything
God.
from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private
No.
link to a new game of Coda's.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so
This
scared
one's
right
called
now.
The Tower, and to my knowledge,
So
it's
he
the
obviously
last
knows
game
about
that Coda
tarot.
ever made. So let's
The last
take a
game
look.
that Coda ever made? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Bro, stop. It's the devil, the tower, and then the star, right? That was his three, that was a comment that he made. And the devil is like, could be interpreted as isolation or a dark place or something like
this
that.
is where I have trouble saying anything.
And the
meaningful
tower is
about Coda's work, because more
obviously a
than anything
fall.
else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Okay.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Okay. Yeah, this is terrifying. Oh my
Except
God.
that all the walls of the
Wha-
maze are invisible. And
Wha-
then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful
Wha-
flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable.
Oh, it's a
The game
maze.
goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels,
Oh.
so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Okay. I love this. Ha ha ha. Okay, so there's an invisible maze here. And there's crying.
And to be fair,
This is
it's not like this is
terrifying.
the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
What's this?
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
I heard
Like the
someone
invisible
in
maze,
the
It's frustrating to me because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has
someone
done.
in the
It
community.
doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me.
I
Except
saw in the
a lot
community
of my
post on
time.
Steam that the code was
If I could have
888.
reached him during this time, then maybe I
Let me
could have
try
asked him,
this.
but I
Let
couldn't.
me try to get it wrong.
I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
What's the code? Why did that person say it was 888? Alright, whatever. What does this mean? Okay, it doesn't look like there's a meaning to that. There we go. Hit the button. Yay. Dude, the crying is horrible. Oh my god. There's just like a constant oh, no, I fell. Wasn't looking.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Can't fix the
Was I a
problem.
failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to
because the
have
game
a
needs to
solution,
be
but I
solved.
feel it somehow. I
A
feel
video
like
game
I
needs to be
failed.
solved, and if you
I
don't
don't
solve the video
understand
game,
why.
you fail.
I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first
This
time.
one's terrifying.
And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself,
I feel like
I don't
Coda
know
could
this
make a good
person.
game.
I have no
What?
idea who
He
this
said that?
person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them. I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
The 3 dots? What 3 dots? 1, 2. Okay, now there's red lights.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that
There's
if I
a
could
light
have
up
somehow
there.
made his work my own, that I would finally
doubt I'll
be once
ever
and
get
for
to it,
all
though.
happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
What?
Where did I screw up?
He needed to see himself in someone else. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. Okay, well, let's think about it. He did do something, right? He started sharing his games with other people when he obviously didn't want to do that. So he broke his trust.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did.
Exactly.
I
No,
poisoned it for you.
he broke his trust. Wow. That's really hard. That's really hard.
I don't think I ever told you this,
I wonder at times whether
but when
you
I
think
took
I
your
am
work and I
making
was
these games
showing
for
it to
you.
people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You've infected my personal space. That it's
And
not
the
possible.
people who played them, they
I
treated
did
me like
begin to
I
plant
was
solutions
important.
in my work somewhere hidden
They really
between
listened
games.
and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself.
If
Finally,
there was an
for
answer,
a
a meaning,
moment,
would it make
while
you
I
happier?
had that, I liked myself.
Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? That's what I said. He broke his trust. So I understand why this guy's upset, you know. Giving them something that is not yours, violating the one boundaries that keep me safe. I actually get this feeling. This is very similar to my experience with computer animation because, you know, I was making like these nutty, insane fucking things. Then at the end, my teacher wanted me to like upload it or something, but he gave me a team and I was working with this team and, you know, after that semester I was just done. I didn't go back till later, but when I came back, I didn't have any more ideas. I really relate to the guy they're talking about because this is computer animation for me. It was just these most wacky, insane things I ever made. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? What? I thought he was adding the lampposts.
And
Would
then
you
stopped.
simply let them be what
And I
they
didn't
are?
have anything left to show people. I just had to be with
When
myself.
I am around
And as
you,
soon as
I
that
feel
happened,
physically
there was
ill.
no feeling at all.
You
nothing.
desperately
Less
need
than nothing.
something, and I cannot give it to you. I
What does
literally do
that
not
mean?
have it. Whoa. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. Okay, interesting. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Bro. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Can I fall through this? I love this guy's art. Like how he's like reality is breaking apart here. And when you finally see what I am talking about. Oh, I can't see what's in here. Don't say anything. There's probably something here that I can't see, right? And I bet he did change the messages around. That's really interesting. No. He's saying goodbye to his friendship with Davy.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work.
No.
Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you.
What the
so that I can
fuck
tell you
is
that
this?
I'm sorry.
I wasn't even
know
playing
I
a
screwed
video
up.
game. I was playing a message
If
to
I
a
apologize
friend.
to you truly and deeply.
What the fuck is
Will you
art?
start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again.
He's probably-
I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in.
He's probably still
I mean,
making
is-
games.
Is
Let's be
something wrong
honest.
with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but
Yep.
I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help
Whoa.
me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Whoa. What the fuck? Epilogue? Bro.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
This is horrifying. This game took a really dark turn. Okay.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just
my
likes making
God.
prisons.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Bro. I'm in a very dark room. I hear myself walking. No, how dare you? There's no solution to the end. That's the point. No, how dare you? How dare you? That's it. That's the game. I can quit. There's no solution. What a beautiful piece of art. What a beautiful journey through a man's mind. I don't even know what to say. Like, that was amazing. So let me get something straight here. The person who made this game, obviously, I don't think they understand the sacrifice you pay for art and how crazy it'll drive you. But you're not going crazy. It's just that the rest of the world sees you as crazy, right? I'm trying to interpret this game right now. It's not that you're going crazy, but the rest of the world interprets you as crazy. for working on this art. And this guy, he sees like other people as like mean comments, right? Like just voices that he doesn't need when he's going on this journey. He's traveling down this artistic gaming developer journey, right? He's not in it for the money or the fame. And his friend Davey just, it was just a miscommunication, and it was definitely like Davey messed up, right? Davey messed up, period. So Davey shouldn't have given his work to his friends. Davey shouldn't have said, "Oh, this guy's depressed. You should play his work. Oh, we love his work." But that's not what the game developer wanted. The game developer never wanted someone to say, "Oh, we love his work," because he was going on this journey. This journey that none of us can ever understand. Unless you've been on a crazy journey yourself, you know what I mean? And maybe his art did become self-destructive at the end because he was cutting off all his friends or something like that. This is the end of the game, I'm sure of it. I mean, many Roblox games end like this, so. What a crazy game. Yeah, I'm gonna upload it like pretty much uncut, cause that was really good. It's like, it was like a story. It was like a movie, and you know, our world is shifting in like in that way, like that there were movies in the past, but now there's games that can tell a story better or the same. But obviously I think this was a story. Wait, so the person who made these games never added a lamp, I don't think. I don't think the person ever added a lamp. The person who made, I think Davey added the lamp. Wow. I don't have anything else to say. All right, thanks for watching the video. If you watched the whole thing, that was fucking insane. I love that. Wow. I'm blown away. Wow. Wow, wow. I don't know what to say. Art, man. That's all I have to say. Art. Right there on the pillow. Art. And then add a period. That's what I have to say about this game. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I don't know. Click on the social media buttons. And see you in the next one.